Hello. Today is day number 6 of completely giving my life over to Jesus. I've always been, rooted in Christianity. My life has been, structured around Christianity since I was little. I was a Sunday school kid, youth group kid, went to a Christian college, taught Sunday school in college. I just needed to leave Christianity for a bit. And it happens. That's generally what happens when you become a young adult and you leave home for a bit. You want to explore. Spiritually, a year and a half ago, I was really just struggling. And I told Jesus, if he could get me out of the difficult place I was in, that I would dedicate my whole life to him. Fast forward about, a couple months after that, things started changing. And then they started changing rapidly. And then next thing I knew, my whole life looks different. I'm sorry, I'm trying to find a place to lean. I guess I could just stand. Lean on the energy of God. So, life has been wild. Since I started realizing, it's Jesus acting in my life, right? Everything has been just magical in the most real sense. And last Friday, there was an issue at my job, and I realized I don't have to work there if I don't, I could find something different to do. And it was coming, coming to Jesus moment. It was kind of this I'm really happy where I'm at. I'm genuinely so happy where I'm at. So grateful. I've been so blessed lately. But I was realizing, I think I'm being pushed in a different direction. Which has already kind of been the case. In a couple months I plan to move. But there's kind of this energy of you need to shift sooner. It's okay to shift sooner. That's what I thought, right? So I go that day, and I just every day since has been a roller coaster of what am I doing? What am I supposed to be doing? Okay. But Saturday, that was on Friday. Saturday, I ended up, we'll call that day number 1, right? I ended up coming here, which is, I guess, why I felt called to come back to record this video. It's just a place with a bunch of paths through the woods, a beautiful river, a beautiful lake. It's absolutely gorgeous here. This is where I almost walked into that spider web. Wow, that's beautiful. I wish I could record a spider web. I feel like it would not show up on my phone. I'll just pace around over here. My point. Okay. I ended up coming here and feeling like I was working through a lot of issues. I felt okay, we're gonna heal, we're gonna work through some issues. And I was walking and thinking about things from my past that made me really angry, right? And as I was walking, I was I don't think I'm fully giving my life to Jesus. I don't think I am. It's been very prominent, and I talk to people around me about it, and it's the path I'm on. I'm definitely on the path of a Christ follower, but I was I just feel that's not, I'm missing something, and I didn't really understand until I went on this walk, and I couldn't get these thoughts out of my head. It felt like they were kind of attacking me. Okay. And then I said, wait, Jesus, you're all powerful. You are God. You are literally the right hand of God or whatever. Take these stresses from me. They're in the past. They're not affecting me right now. They're just stressing me out because I've been through it and I'm trying to heal it. And I was I don't need to heal it. Jesus can heal it. And so that's what I said. I said, Jesus, take these things from me. And I felt the weight lift off of me, right? So then I keep going, I keep walking, and more things start coming up. More things from, again, my past, different things this time. And I just keep thinking of all these things that have been angering me and keeping me feeling insecure about moving forward in life in certain ways. And it's just I know what I need to do to have a good life, and I was why are these things attacking me right now? Why am I stressing about things that aren't important? But anyway, all of these questions of and I was oh wait, no, stop stressing. Jesus can take it. Jesus, take this from me. And he did. And immediately I was Like to this day, like right now, I have a vague memory of what those things were, but I couldn't even begin to start to feel them out. So Jesus took the things. He took all of the stresses. Anyway, that was day 1. Day 2, I ended up going into work and talking to somebody, because it was Sunday, and talking to somebody about Jesus, as you do on Sundays, apparently. And they were just like, "You putting Jesus first?" And I said, "Actually, yeah, that's the thing, isn't it?" Like, and then I was like, wow, I really, like, maybe I am supposed to stay here for a little bit longer, because I can find rooting in Christ. And it's like, that's the thing. Don't move forward unless you're putting Jesus first. And that's the message I got. And I think I had meditated that night after my walk too. And it was kind of like, that's the secret. You have to put Jesus first, and then everything else will fall into place, fall in line. And I know that sounds so easy and so basic, but that's the thing, is it is. It is. Every spiritual truth is actually really simple, if it's true. If it's complicated, then it's probably not true, or not based in complete truth. So, yeah, day 2, it was like kind of like this confirmation of like, you're on the right path. Literally just don't worry. Put Jesus first and you'll be good. Okay. And then Monday, that was Sunday, yeah. So Monday and Tuesday, and a little bit of Wednesday, I got like sick. I felt like really, really sick. I'm laying on my couch, and I'm like, I have some chronic health things sometimes, and I thought that's all it was. Okay, I thought that it was gonna be just, and that usually only lasts like maybe an hour at most, and I know what to do for it. Well, I did the thing for it that I normally do, and I didn't feel better. And so I was like, wait, Jesus, take this from me. And then a day later, I still kind of felt really gross, but I was like, I feel like my body is detoxing. I feel like I am meant to kind of just chill and drink a lot of water, and then like I'm gonna be a different physical being. Like, I was integrating. It was also the Lionsgate, you guys. I guess I should have mentioned that. The Lionsgate did happen. That's when all of this was. Today is August 13th, if you're curious. It's a Thursday. I kind of had this understanding. The mosquitoes are getting me. I'm gonna start walking this way, I think. I'm kind of like a high stress person, and it's like, that's part of it too, is like I'm asking Jesus to take away all of the stress that has been in my life, like take away the chaos, you know what I mean? And he has been. And literally last night I still had this like pounding headache, and I got out of the shower and realized I had a goose egg like right here. You can't really see it, but it's it was like red, and I was like, what the heck is that? And I realized that's probably why I've had this headache and been like sick feeling for a few days. And I was like, I did like, I don't even think it was over the weekend, I think it was last week sometime, I hit my head on my like freezer door really hard, and then I was like, what, did I just forget about it? Like, I guess I did forget about doing that. I was kind of having a rough day that day, so I think I was like, well, okay, I have a headache because I hit my head really hard. And then I was literally like, again, just sitting on my couch, and I was like, Jesus, please take this headache away. It was like pounding, it hurt so bad. And literally I look up, and I was like, I felt a weight come out of my head. Like, I literally felt the headache go away. It was like, Jesus was like, yeah, this is literally how you do it. Just ask me to take stuff out of your life, and I will. So that being said, in my headache, I was remembering an old book I read, the R.J. Spina Supercharged Self-Healing, which R.J. Spina doesn't talk much about Jesus at all. He talks about him more as an ascended master, but I'm here to say, like, I don't think he's just an ascended master. I think Jesus is literally God. I think he has significantly more power than any of the other ascended masters. And when you acknowledge that, that's when you can tap into that power. That's what it is. Like, I've never experienced anything like this, and I've had a relationship with Jesus my entire life. You have the power to heal anything you want, but it's not you doing the healing. If you just put it on Jesus, it will expedite it tenfold. And really, like, I feel like the healing paradigm we've been in is sort of like a matrix that, like, we don't it was useful, and then I think this past Lionsgate happened, and now it's like, okay, we're not healing anymore. We don't need to be healing. Okay, we've been doing that enough, and I'm talking like everybody. It's time to let all that go and just acknowledge that, like, it's time to thrive. It's time to thrive. So if you feel like you have to heal, put it on Jesus. That's all it is. He'll take it. Like that, you're done, you're healed. Okay. I feel called for the first time in my life, without any other reason, to do a fast because the R.J. Spina book that I had read. Sorry, there's so many bugs. I'm like doing this a lot. He talks about the power of fasting for healing, like physical healing. And I asked Jesus to take away this chronic thing that I've had. Jesus said, fast. And I said, okay. So tomorrow I'll be I'm starting tonight. I'm going to go get lunch after this walk, and then I'm going to do a 24-hour fast, probably. I'm going to be, like, chill with myself because I've never done something like this. When I got my wisdom teeth out, I was on, like, a liquid diet for a couple of weeks, but I think this will be different. And I'm going to start with 24 hours. I'm going to not put too much pressure on myself, but at the same time, like, part of following Jesus is understanding the discipline. Just discipline in general. Like, every addiction you have, if you have a feeling like to do that, put it on Jesus. Like, actually though, you know what I mean? And sometimes that's how you find discipline, is just keeping him at the forefront of your mind. And right now, lately, he's been at the forefront of my mind, and it's like, it doesn't feel like I'm necessarily choosing that. I mean, I have been choosing it, but it feels like I can't stop thinking about him. I can't stop thinking about just how good everything feels and how good everything is lately. Yeah, so it's kind of where I'm at. Like I said, this is day 6, and that's why I'm saying I'm giving everything to Jesus, and part of that is being, like, outspoken and talking about it. Thank you so much for being on this journey, and let me know in the comments how Jesus has been in your life lately, or just where you are in your spiritual journey, because we're all in different places, you know. But I've noticed a lot of people, like, they're coming back to Jesus, and it's just amazing.